this is Casey with Casey's Keto Life. So tonight we're going to be making my absolute most favorite recipe, and it is ahi tuna. Now, you may also marinate any thicker fish such as salmon. You could also marinate chicken, you can marinate pork, and you can but I do absolutely love the tuna steaks at Sam's Club. They're $8.48 a pound, and I've got 6 tuna steaks. I made sure they defrosted in the refrigerator at a safe temperature, and I went ahead and put them in a little casserole dish. And now I'm going to make the marinade. So for this ahi tuna marinade, I'm going to use one of my red KitchenAid bowls from Amazon. And the first thing I'm going to start off with is a half cup of olive oil. You may substitute avocado oil, but do not use vegetable oil. That would just not be the correct types of fats that you need on the keto diet. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a half cup in there. And just pour it in the bowl first. And then I'm going to add a half cup of soy sauce. This is ahi tuna. And with my tuna, I am experimenting tonight. I just bought a George Foreman grill. Like many of you, I live in a townhouse or either an apartment, but I still love to grill out. And I really want to be more environmentally friendly, and I started to research the portable grills and was really concerned with the amount of propane and just the recyclability of those propane canisters. So I'm trying out my George Foreman grill the first time tonight, so we'll see how it goes. You may also saute them in the pan. I like to just saute them no more than a minute or 2 per side. I like my ahi tuna very, very raw. Okay, so half cup of soy sauce. I love this sriracha hot chili sauce. It can be a little bit difficult to find. There is a link below where you can order on Amazon, probably your easiest bet, but I have been able to find it also at Walmart. I guess it would just really depend upon the Walmart where you live at. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of that into the marinade, and that's just going to give it spice. So I'm not a really spicy girl, like I don't like it super spicy, but if you loved it spicy, add more. You'll know that just from the other types of foods that you like to eat. I'm gonna put a little bit of organic honey in there. Yes, this is keto, but that 1 tablespoon of organic honey in the marinade is not going to mess all of your keto up in the world. It'll be okay. So we think about marinades, you always need oil. You always need sweet, which is our honey. We need our spicy, which is our sriracha. In this case, we have some soy sauce. And then we're going to add our other ingredients. So for our sour or for acidic, we're going to use lime. So I have 1 mesa lime, and I am going to move some out of the way for a minute. I have a little lime zester. And there's a link below how to order the lime zester. I'm going to take my little red KitchenAid bowl, and the first thing I'm going to do is take my zester and I'm going to zest it into the bowl. That's really important, and that's just going to add a lot of flavor to this marinade. And you can see I'm holding it up, I'm zesting, which is basically, if that term confuses you, just basically getting the outer peel off of the lime. You can zest lemons, oranges, it's really any sort of organic citrus fruit. So I'm zesting it, and I'm just emptying the peels into the bowl. So you always zest first. So after the peel's mostly gone, doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm zesting. After that peel is mostly gone, keep adding that. Then I will juice it. And again, there is a link on Amazon below for the zester. Zest. You take the lime. And then I am going to cut the lime in half and squeeze the juice into the bowl. So I'm just going to show my favorite. You're just going to cut the ends off the lime. So that your lime is smaller pieces. And then I'm going to bring my bowl back. Zester. Link below for zester. Make sure the lime fits into the bowl. Sometimes you just squeeze it in a little bit. And then you're just going to take zester and just squeeze as hard as you can into the bowl. Get all the lime juice out of the bowl. And it should look like that when you're finished. So lime is going to go into the zester and we're just going to squeeze it. Those limes are a little bit bigger, so that it was a little bit harder to get them in that zester, and probably should have put them into quarters, which you can do, no problem. All right, so the next thing we have, do you want to mention, I got these really cute little Swedish washcloths on Amazon. I like the little cactuses on those, and they're just so handy to have around the kitchen. And they, again, are very environmentally friendly, reducing your paper towel usage, because I do try to be very environmentally friendly. So we're going to go ahead and add our minced garlic, 2 tablespoons. I went ahead and already minced fresh garlic. I do like it if it's already peeled. That just makes it so much easier for me. But of course, you could just use 1 or 2 teaspoons of dried garlic. Not a problem. All right. Minced fresh garlic. The same thing is going to go for that. This is 1 tablespoon of minced fresh garlic. But if that is still a little bit above your culinary skills, 1 teaspoon of dried dried ginger will be just perfectly fine. So don't let yourself get intimidated by the ingredients. In fact, if you just want to get like an Asian marinade and just marinate it for an hour or 2 and then saute it for about a minute and a half on each side. I'm going to serve it on a bed of red cabbage and some side of caprese salad and grilled cauliflower. So just do whatever you are comfortable with. But I did have some fresh garlic, so I went ahead and minced it. You do have to peel the ginger, before you mince it, and then just mince it in fine small pieces. Okay, so I have about 1/2 cup of chopped cilantro. We're going to go ahead and add that in there. And then I also have the similar quantities of green onions, so about 1/2 cup of green onions. So I'm going to take all my ingredients and I'm going to take a nice big whisk. I'm going to take this nice big whisk and move these little guys out of the way so you can see everything. So I've got my casserole dish with the ahi tuna. Do not let it marinate for more than 8 hours. An hour is fine. Generally want to keep it refrigerated and then let it warm up for that last 1/2 hour before you grill it. Obviously a gas grill is much preferable, but to be environmentally friendly, tonight I am going to be trying out an electric grill by George Forman. So nice big whisk, and I'm just going to whisk up the little ingredients, nothing that fancy. And you see I have a nice little marinade. And I'm just going to pour it over the ahi tuna. In case Keto Cat decides to get a little hungry and nibble on it, I am going to cover it with a saran wrap because it is going to go in the refrigerator, but it will come out for that last 30 minutes to come to room temperature. That's really, really important for it to come to room temperature before you attempt to grill it. You may also saute it. I have done that many, many times. You can saute in avocado oil or olive oil, and just until it's nice and pink, because ahi tuna is supposed to be eaten rather raw. But again, if that's not your thing in this world, you can just cook it a little bit more. That's perfectly fine too. So I've just poured it on to the ahi tuna. And I'm just gonna spread the little ingredients out just a little bit. Just so that you can see what your final dish should look like. It's absolutely beautiful, and it smells just so yummy and so wonderful. So this is just a really quick and easy recipe. The thing I love about this recipe, of course, is high in protein, no carbs, low in calories. The thing I love, it's very impressive, is if you just kind of learn the right cooking dimensions and you're not cooking it too long, you can really impress your family, you can really impress your friends, your boss, whomever you're inviting over for dinner, that you've just made this amazing ahi tuna. Maybe throw some chopsticks at them, do a little bit of red cabbage sauteed, some little tomatoes on the side, however you want to do it. And it's a very impressive meal, but it's actually insanely easy. So already I'm getting ready to put these on my new George Foreman grill. See how it works? It could be a disaster, but you just never know. So they're nice and marinated. And so I'm gonna just pull them out of the casserole dish and hope the raccoons don't get them, because that's always a bad thing when the raccoons get the tuna steak, but we're gonna try. So I'm just gonna put each one on the George Foreman grill. It's set at 3. It may need to go a bit higher. Now you just have to remember that with tuna steak, you do not want it to cook too long. It is supposed to be a rare steak. So I'm putting these little yummies right on the grill. And then I'm gonna marinate them with the brush and move them around with my spatula. Mix it up.